It might be cloudy outside with intermittent showers here and there and a little bit of snow, but it's +6 and it's beautiful. And this is nature inspired. Loving the outdoors. Let's try this again without being emotional. Today's a good day. I have my dad's fishing pack with me. I never got back from the east, so it's nice to have it with me today. He has one of the old trapper canvas ones, and that is kind of secret. So I'm just bringing this one out for a while. I see it's starting to rain and snow mix in. Got a fire there with a bed of coals. I'm going to set up a tripod. I'm going to do a couple of basic old things that my mom and dad taught me. Wow, what a beautiful day. I mean, the sun isn't full bright, but it's very mild. It's supposed to go up to +6. So I'm just wearing a work shirt now with my clothes. No jacket needed. And this is the new spot where I want to build my artist cabin and cookout and photography for a wildlife. You can over see the swamp, lots of activity here. Right, going to mill whatever dead dry pine there is, salvageable. As you can see here, this is the highest part of the elevation that'll give me the best lookout over the swamp. I'll be clearing those old poplar. They don't live long. Some of them have some rot in them now, moss. One way over there has some bear claws up it, where a bear claw ended at some point in time. Usually it's the grizzlies stretching, scratching their backs. So that's the plans for today, and to have a big fire over here and maybe some cast iron cooking. My mom and dad, they used to go into the place called Middle River, and that's where they would get their firewood on the crown land and haul it in the wintertime on a little hand sled. And I remember them telling me, and Mom, she worked right up until she was 8 months pregnant with me, and worked in the woods with my father, and lobster fishing too as well. And always said she was tougher than a whalebone, and she's still going strong. And they taught me a lot of things. And I remember there've been a few times they had incidents and survived them, and once Dad fell through the ice actually, and helped them. And they knew how to strip down and dry your clothes and get warm because they were too far from the vehicle before you get hypothermia. So there's lots of things and stories that they told me. I remember when I was a little girl and couldn't wait on weekends. So my brother and I could run back over the snowfields and follow the beaten down sled trails to find Dad with his sled and toboggan, and he'd be hauling out the cedar logs to get them to the storage so that he could have them sawed up to build his boat that he wanted to build. And we would run behind the sled just to get a ride back in the empty toboggan. Miles and miles. And it was fun. and I do it all over again. And remember when he was steaming the planks to do the keel, and then when he got it done and boarded it in, put the ribs in actually, and boarded the sides in, I thought I had contributed to building the vessel just because I had cleaned up the shavings where he had drilled through with the augers to put through the wooden bolts and the metal bolts to hold her together. So that was my claim to fame. But my more claim to fame was when I went out on the ocean with him. Fished the summers, 100 miles off the coastline. Hard work, winter. Summer, fall, we'd go on a few trips, and like Christmas break or Easter break, and you'd dry your hands out on the muffler exhaust, your gloves, because it was so cold, and you'd have to go out on the bow of the boat and beat the ice off so you wouldn't sink. I remember catching sharks, for 326 pounds, and there was a market for them, and they were overpopulated like the dogfish. And you'd find different things in there.